It's the 1 degree area that you need to change. It's the 1 degree that needs to be changed in your relationship. It's not 7, 8, 9, 10 things. It's just one. It's one area that if you change this, if you change that, these are some great things that's going to happen. Now listen to me. So you spent some money over here that was not necessary. So let's take that and invest it over here. And God said there's going to be a great return. But there are visions that God has given you that is so powerful, that is so strong, that you got to know that, listen, there are some areas that is already inhabiting your promise, but it's still your promise. Just because they're standing in your promise doesn't mean it is not your promise. It is yours. When God speaks a word over you, when he speaks a promise over you, you also have the win. Look, I'm being really sincere here. I have quit too many times because there were people, say the people, like the people that talked Moses out. Can you watch this? Moses, who walked with God, allowed 10 other people to cause him to make a decision because they said that there were giants. But he had people who was with him who told him, listen, we can take the land. But he went with the people to please the people instead of pleasing the promise that God has given him. I know that sounds weird, but he went with the people. And I want to share with you, just because people say you can't get something, that you cannot do something, that has nothing to do with the promise. God already allowed you to taste the harvest of the promise. It's not, see, here's where I have screwed up. I've got some things confused. I really have. I've done some things maybe a little bit backwards, maybe a little bit twisted, and I'm gonna read you personally what the Spirit of the Lord said has really placed on me. It said that there is a difference between seeing the fruit and harvest. Do not pick your fruit before harvest time. There have been times in my life I got excited because I've seen the fruit, and God said, just because you see the fruit doesn't mean that it's harvest. Fruit is an indicator that harvest is on the way. Fruit is not just an indicator that it's time for you to harvest. Many times in my life, I've seen the fruit of things turning around, and I start to pick it. God said it wasn't ripe yet. It was just an indicator of harvest getting ready to come. Just because you see the inkling of fruit, don't pick it just yet.